Dylan from Noble Records. This is my entry into the 7,000 subscriber contest. First question was best finds. My best find was John Mellencamp. This is a CD. I don't care. I just don't care if it's vinyl or CD. But this is live rehearsals. I'm pretty sure this is a bootleg. I think there was maybe only 2 or 3 of these made. This is one of 2 or 3. This is going in my private collection. No one's getting it. Don't ask. I'm not mailing it. This is it. This is mine. I like this. It was really good. Doing a little bit of research on it. Discogs don't have it on Discogs, but I found a little bit on Google and they talked about it, and not a whole lot of information, but it really does sound good. It sounds like it's done in a small venue. The drums are very apparent in a couple songs. It sounds like whoever recorded it's right next to the drums, but it doesn't overshadow the vocals or the guitar. It's really good. I'm surprised. Next question is best song ever written. You know, I really like a lot of storytelling type songs. Things like Joe Jackson, Bruce Springsteen might be my favorite. John Mellencamp is good, really good stories in those. But I'd have to go with a little bit further back than that, a poet in his own right, and that's Leonard Cohen. I think that's the way you say his name. If it's not, I really don't care. I don't want you writing in the comments how to say his name, because I just don't care. But this guy is a poet. It is wonderful. The best, you know, this is the best stuff. And the best song on here that speaks to me is Everybody Knows. I mean, it's just brilliantly written. It's a tune that sticks in your head all the time. And I really appreciate his writings. It was a shame that, you know, we lost him, but we appreciate his music that he left behind. Third question is how do you keep track of your music? Well, you know, I've got millions of records here. I kept them all in my head, but now it's getting a little confusing because I'm letting some stuff go, some stuff stay. I can't remember it all. I've been using Discogs to log everything. I used to have a spreadsheet. I need to get back to that. And what I'm planning on doing is putting everything on Discogs and then doing a spreadsheet and putting maybe the condition of the records if I'm looking for an album cover or if the vinyl needs replaced. You know, that'd be good to know whenever I'm out in the wild looking and I find something, to know exactly what I have and I don't have duplicates. And if I do have duplicates, I'll just sell them in the store. And everything comes out on Saturday, don't forget. I'm going to turn over the next 2 questions to my buddy, Chris. He'll be right here. He's usually sitting on the other side of the couch from me, but he's not today. Chris coming from the Man Cave, my boy Dylan over at Noble Records. He's having a 7,000 subscriber contest, and these are my 2 questions going to that contest, my entry. First, gotta have, my mustache won't stand still, so I can't really drink it, and it smells like crap. So, my 2 questions are, what album do you have that you will never sell? I don't know why I'd never sell it, but the best album I have on vinyl that sounds superior to any other format, without question, in my opinion, is Love Over Gold by Dire Straits. It sounds incredible. It does. It really does sound incredible on vinyl compared to any other format. I wouldn't say it's their best album, but as far as on vinyl and the sound quality, it is so much better on vinyl than it is on any other format. I mean, my gosh, they don't make music like this. Music they make now is shit. This music is incredible. I mean, this is My gosh, they're playing cheese graters and spoons, and Ma and Pa Kettle coming in on the jugs. You know they play with the jugs. You've seen all the kids they have. It's incredible. They don't make this stuff anymore. And boy, the more obscure it gets, the better it is. Oh my gosh, it's great. So my second question is what album do you have, or are you drawn to because of a documentary, from a documentary? And mine is going to be Ansel. Not the best band in the world, but if you saw that documentary and see how much time and effort they put into their music and the disappointments, the bad management, songwriting, these guys have just really have never given up. And if they were in the right time at the right place back in the 80s, Ansel probably would be around Panthera in that era and would have been more successful. They haven't had a successful album yet, but they're coming out with one in February, and I'm going to pick it up because for no other reason, just to reward that enthusiasm and commitment that they have shown over the years. Just look like a great group of guys on top of it. So those are the answer to my two questions. I'm going to turn over the last two questions to someone else that has been here for years and knows so much. We'll see. You know, we're always polite here in the South because we say thank you and please. They don't teach that anywhere else. Nowhere else do they teach that. And we don't say, gee, you're stupid. We say things like, isn't she special? Means exactly the same thing, but it's a lot more polite. We'll get back to you in a little bit.
Hi, Mazzy. This is my entry into Dylan at Noble Records 7,000 subscriber contest. I have two questions to answer. First, what is your favorite album that you got as a gift? On Christmas, my daughter invited me over and my son for a Christmas dinner. And on the way over, I played a CD in the car. It was the first time I played it in 20 years. 20 years. Think about that, 20 years. I hadn't played it. I always go to the second one. I never go to this first one. And it was amazing because I went to this and I was telling my son all these stories and history behind it and everything, and I was getting all excited about it, and I was really into it. I think we listened to maybe 3 or 4 songs. That's all it took before I got there. Yeah. So I got there, and she gives me a Christmas gift, and the Christmas gift is that album that I hadn't listened to in 20 years. It was amazing. It is amazing. And let me show you what that album was. Just a second. Let me see. Oh, here. Yeah. Here it is. Use Your Illusion. And this is, of course, the second one. I always go to the first one for some reason. This one here gets lost in the shuffle every once in a while. But I hadn't heard this in 20 years. And I got it for a Christmas gift the day that I brought it out and listened to it. It was amazing. I was so surprised. I was so surprised. So my second question that I need to answer is, what's your ritual when you're listening to music? My ritual? I really don't have a ritual. I like to turn it on and just go with the flow and listen to it as I do my daily routine. And sometimes when I sit down and just want to concentrate on something, I'll pull out an album and I'll just read, and I'll read it, and I'll listen to the lyrics, and I'll pull out the folder, and I'll look at the label. And oh my God, it is a spiritual awakening for me at times. It's just amazing. I don't have a real ritual, but that's what I do. I get a glass of I get my martini, and I don't have one today. Glasses are all dirty, I think, but I get that martini out, and it is so good to listen those albums and remember all those stories. It is wonderful. Yeah. All right. You guys, congratulations, Mr. Dillon. And we'll be back in a second. Go take a pee break. Go do something. Because it's going to be 90 minutes more. I've got you covered. Go take a pee break. I'll be back.
So, congratulations, Mr. Dillon. Quite an accomplishment in a short period of time. I think you said 2 years. So, I did a little parody just to have a little bit of fun with you guys. I figured you guys could handle it. You guys are big boys. Everything that I poked a little bit of fun at are always the things that make me scratch my head whenever I'm watching your videos and just chuckle. But in all honesty, I learned so much from your guys' channels, all three of you. You're amazing. You do a great job. Chris, I really respect your family values. Not a lot of people have that anymore, so congratulations. Dillon, I am so glad that you have the opportunity to pursue your dream job, and that's wonderful. And Mazzy, if all three of you guys are watching this, this is my heartfelt perception of your channels. Mazzy, it's amazing the way you can tell stories and the memory that you have. I respect that a lot. And of course, 90-minute video, Girl with Dimples. I have to admit, I watched every bit of it. And I learned a lot. It was interesting. So you guys keep up the good work. And I'll take pot shots at you every once in a while. So you guys have a good day.